Hello friends, my name is Parth Mehta and welcome to my channel. I have been staying in London for more than 2 years now and I've had my fair share of experiences while renting out places. In this video, I'm going to list out few tips I wish I had known before renting a property here in London. So before we get into the main part of the video, I just want to point out that in the UK, you would only be able to rent out a particular property if your annual salary is higher than 30 times the monthly rent of that particular property. And this is for the working professionals. So for example, if you are earning 30k pounds per annum, then you would only be able to rent a property which has a monthly rent of 950 to 1000 pounds. So keep that in mind whilst looking for a place. So without further ado, let's get into the main part of the video. First and foremost, fix your budget and the type of property you are looking for. Now, don't bother even looking for any property before deciding how much you are going to spend in the rent. Because based upon that, other monthly bills will follow, such as council tax, electricity, gas, and water. When you finalize your budget, it will also affect where you want to live and what type of amenities you want to have. For example, if you want to have parking space or not, or if you want to have one bathroom or two bathrooms, and it will also affect whether you want to have balcony in your house or not. So now, once you have decided your rough budget and what you need in your property, thing that you would want to decide is where you want to live in London. So now where you want to live in London can be measured in two ways. One by zones, which are from zone 1 to zone 9, or by compass. So basically from in North London, South London, West London, or East London. So when you talk about zones, it's like the higher the number of zones, the farther it is from central London. And the farther it is from central London, the cheaper it is going to be. So keep that in mind. Although if you are living in zone 7 to 9 and if you have to travel from zone 1 to 6 on a regular basis, it's going to increase your transportation costs. When narrowing down the areas, you might also want to consider the crime rate in that particular area. In London, when you are strolling through a posh area, you might also find a very shady one just besides that. So you can get all of this information online from various websites, and one of that website is police.uk. Through this website you can check how many crimes were reported in the past and the types of crimes as well, and based upon that you can narrow down the areas you want to live in. So the next thing you might want to consider is the connectivity from where you work or study to your home. Now, London has one of the best transportation facilities all around the world. It has overground trains, buses, taxis, tubes, etc. It is always advisable to stay near from where you work or study to save time spent in transportation as well as money. So now that you have narrowed down the area and the amount of money that you want to spend each month, you should start searching for a property. To search for rental properties, the best apps are Rightmove and Zoopla if you are looking for the whole place. And if you are only looking for a room to rent, then a spare room is one of the best apps you can use. While searching for a place through these apps, you would be seeing a good number of options, but you can definitely filter based on your needs, such as whether you need a parking space or you need a garden or how many bathrooms you need, etc. Now you will be tempted to look for options which were added recently, but based on the experience that I've had, I would suggest to also keep an open mind about options which were added let's say a month back. Now I'm not saying that all the properties which were added long back would be good, but you might find a good gem out of it if you keep searching. The current property that we live in right now, that was added a couple of months back at the time when I started searching. So the landlord was not able to find the kind of people he wanted to occupy the property until we made an offer. So my suggestion would be to keep looking for such properties as well. Having said that, good and well-maintained properties will also move very quickly off the market. So if you have liked the property and you have seen it, it is always advisable to make an offer as soon as possible. While making offers, keep in mind that there will always be room for negotiations. Now usually landlords will look for longer commitment and they would hesitate to enter any break clause. But from your end, if you are not certain about your future situation, it is always advisable to enter either 4 months or 6 months of break clause, Generally in the UK, landlords agree to enter 6 months break clause, which will allow both parties to ask the other party to vacate the place after 6 months, even though the contract is either for 1 year or 2 years. After you made an offer and that is accepted, and you are entitled to ask if the cleaning is required or if any repairs are required in the property. So the last step before you sign the contract and get the keys of the property is referencing. So in this step, landlord's agency or the agency to whom which you are speaking regarding that property will do a background check on you, where you would need to provide supporting documents regarding your job if you're working, and if you're studying, you would need to provide documents from your university. You would also need to provide a couple of references from your working place or from your university, to whom the agency will reach out and ask to confirm the details. It usually takes about a couple of weeks of time to complete the full process, so it is always advisable to start searching for a place a month back. It'll give enough time to zero down the place and to go through multiple round of negotiations and referencing. So yeah, that's it. These are the few tips which I think would really help you when you are searching for a place to rent in London. If you think this video has been useful to you, please drop a like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye bye.